Well, Happy New Year, everybody. I know it's not New Year's Day when you're watching this, but it's New Year's Day when I'm filming this. And I did exactly as I predicted in yesterday's video. We watched the ball drop in New York, and then we went to bed. That's how our New Year was brought in, by sleeping. And I feel great this morning. So it paid off. Anyway, I gotta quit saying that. So we're headed to Tulsa. We're gonna meet Amanda's Aunt Sissy and her cousin Becky, and we're gonna have lunch at, what's it called? Roosevelt's. I've never heard of this place, but apparently it's pretty swanky. So we're gonna get in there and see if my mustache helps me fit in. Do I look like a hipster? Oh man, if I'd have worn the hat that Isaac usually has on, I'd have totally fit in.
Yeah.
I'd have been very swanky. But I didn't, so we'll just have to deal with what we got. I'll talk to you guys here after a while. It's Angelini's. It's Angelini's. Parking lot, and now we're coming up. Advertising Tito's Vodka. Please see host stand for seating. Ooh, I like that. Let me back up and do that. Look at that door. It's like a barn door, and not a barn door. Hey, we know these people.
Hey, TJ.
Hey, Becky. And this is Roosevelt's. Look at all that. It don't get too cold for me.
I mean,
This way it like the other way. But traditionally it's that side. So I feel like it's your first time.
I'd rather that side.
Okay.
You gonna do it?
Happy New Year.
okay, ready? TJ! Oh, y'all spilling it.
Yeah, good job.
They pour messy, they deliver messy, they make you messy. That's my.
So how was it?
Yep, exactly. And they
How was it?
reprinted this.
Really sweet. All right. Thank you very much. Well, I'm definitely having less yawns today during my videos. Have I told you guys yet that I had a dream last night? It was the world's longest dream. Last night was the first night with the CPAP, and I had this dream that my grandpa and grandma, which had passed away, were alive, and it was me, them, my mom, Amanda, and the kids, and we were going to Missouri. I don't know why we were going to Missouri, but we went to Missouri, and we get up there, and we're in this Walmart type store, or like Sam's or something, and we're shopping in these biker gang, but they were riding like dirt bikes instead of Harleys. We're like riding through there, rampaging, and I don't remember what they did. They knocked over something I was fixing to grab, and that was just like the last straw, and I was so mad at them, I had enough. So I was yelling at them, and telling them they're number one and everything. And so then we left, and we went to the hotel, and we realized that for some crazy reason, our beds were outside of the hotel room. So they're like set up on the parking lot. And then, we were sitting there fixing to go to bed, and the kids were going to go to the bed next to us that was also out in the parking lot. And this motorcycle gang pulled up on their dirt bikes, and they got off their bikes and walked over, and one of them had a double-barrel shotgun, and he pointed it right at Isaac's back. And so, without even thinking, the guy, as he was turning to look and say something, my leg was already in action, and I kicked that shotgun, intending to kick it straight up, but the way my foot hit it, it kicked it straight into me, and he pulled the trigger and shot me in the chest. And this is where it gets crazy. Because as soon as I left my feet from that shotgun blast, like you see in the movies, how people that like blows them back and they land on their back, I landed on my back after my head hit my end table in the floor of my bedroom next to the bed, on my back. Like, I didn't roll off the bed. Somehow I slid like flat, flew off the bed and landed on my back in the floor in my bedroom. And so then I'm trying to get back up on the bed. I've got this BiPAP mask on and a tube connected to my head. I'm woozy. I'm not like even sure about what's going on or what just happened. I knew I had just had that dream, and I knew I'd just gotten shot by a shotgun in the dream. It was nuts. And so I'm reaching up trying to get back into bed, but I'm so weak because I'm like, you know how your body like paralyzes itself so you don't act out stuff in your dreams? Well, I was in between that point, and so I'm so weak trying to get up. I'm reaching up and like grabbing and trying to pull with both hands on my blanket to pull myself up into the bed, but I was just pulling the blanket off on me. And then finally, as soon as the blanket fell, I get a hold of the bed, and I was a little bit more awake, and I was able to stand up. I was able to stand up and get in bed. And then I went right back into the dream. And so we were out of one of my medications that I take that I think it's called disopyramide or something. And it keeps my heart from palpitating. So it's one of those I really need. I think I've talked about this just last week because of it was right before the new year and my Benny card hadn't kicked in, and there was like almost $300 for it. And so I was having to get like just part of the prescription filled because I didn't have the money right there at Christmas to pay for that big thing. So anyway, in my dream, I'd run out of that. And so this is after I went back to sleep, after being shot with a shotgun. I'm fine. And I go back into the dream. And we're going back home. I need to find my medicine. Well, my medicine, we couldn't find it. And we had to stop by somebody's house that my grandpa knew and get a riding lawnmower and a trailer. Well, the key to the trailer was in the house, and Grandpa, since he knew the people, had a key to the house. So we went into the house looking for the key. And there was like this potted plant looking thing, like a little tree, but it had a jacket and pants on. And then you could see the stick was about that long. And then there was an oven mitt on it. And I thought, wow, that is a very, very strange kind of statue or strange thing to do to your tree. And so anyway, at that point, I didn't think much of it. I just thought it was weird, to each their own. And we went in searching for the key, and we went in another room, and I noticed that same tree thingy had moved into the room that we were in, but it was like shaped differently. And I was like, okay, something's up. So I tackle the thing. And when I do, this thing that looked like an orange deer skull fell off of it and like slid across the room. And I ran over and I grabbed it, and I was like, who are you? It's like, I'm Grelmar, the Destroyer. And I was like, well, how do I kill you? He's like, just don't put me in the dirt. And so immediately I knew I had to kill him by putting him in the dirt, which I watched Thor of Ragnarok the other day for the first time, and he tore that. I'm not going to ruin the movie for you. Watch the movie if you don't understand that reference. So anyway, I broke a bit of that skull off and threw it in the dirt, and it like sank down. He's like, no! And so then I was like, okay, well, that's apparently going to definitely kill him. So I smashed all of it up with a sledgehammer, because it was hard to break, into little bitty tiny bits. And then I scattered it from here to Missouri. Never did find the medication. But anyway, they told me the BiPAP that I would start having dreams and being able to recall them really well. So, hey, so far so good. That worked. Becky walks up with a cheese hot dog.
Yes.
I mean, she's not lactose intolerant, apparently.
No. Okay, now I'm gonna go eat it.
Bye, Becky. We're sitting here waiting for her dad to show up. That's her and Aunt Sissy. We were at, you saw them coming out of Roosevelt's when I was walking in. See, when I was walking into Roosevelt's, I'd actually already eaten there. I just forgot to film going in and talking about the restaurant. So you saw the inside of everything, and you've already seen me walk in, but that actual part where I was videoing walking in, I actually filmed that after we had eaten and we're leaving. So YouTube magic. Well, I've actually gotten a lot done today. That was all done before about 2 o'clock. I've got a whole nother video from today that took place after we got home with the goats. So I did all that, came home, had a whole lot of work to do with the goats. Then I got my DDP yoga in, Diamond Dallas Page yoga in. And then you just watch tomorrow. The yoga's not in there, but I did do that. So that's why this is part 1, and I will try to upload part 2 after this one uploads. So maybe you'll get 2 in one day. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.